What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia. Now, before you go off and watch the NFL games and, the NBA games, I want to bring you guys some news and do a quick unboxing before I bring you the news. Okay, many of you know that I went out and I, bought my DualShock 4, because I already had it pre-ordered, and I went out and got it, and I did a quick unboxing of it. But when I was trading in my games, I actually went and picked up the rest of my stuff that I already pre-ordered because it was sitting there, so I had to fucking pick it up. I went out and I got my charging station for my DualShock 4 controller, and I went out and got my PlayStation Camera. Now, granted, this is not some fanboy shit because I already have all my other stuff pre-ordered for the Xbox One, and I'll be doing that stuff as soon as it comes out. Now, many people complained about my unboxing videos, saying it wasn't very professional, and it was a little ghetto, and I'm sorry about that. But that's not my goal. I don't feel like I should have to show you the fucking instruction manual of a controller. When you pull the controller out of the box, guess what? It fucking works. You just plug it in and it fucking starts working. I did show y'all, that it actually works on the PlayStation 3 in a limited capacity. But, I'm going to try and do a little bit better job right now. But I'm not going to show information pamphlets on how to plug in a fucking controller. I mean, everyone knows you take out the box, you plug it in, it syncs, and then you start playing your game. So this is basically the charging station. Yeah, I had to get a charging station because I hate having my controllers just laying around and you attach it to the thing and it slides off and falls on the floor and then you're screaming at the world because it hit your hardwood floor. So I'm actually taking this off and let's see how you open this nightmarish thing. I got a little tab right here. And this thing, I think it was like $30, so it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $30. And this is basically a charging station for the controllers, because it can charge while both of them, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, can both charge while they're off or in standby mode. And basically you just take off the controller. I'm gonna take off the DualShock 4 controller right now, and basically you just seat it inside of it like this, and then it starts charging. Yeah, it's way better than hooking up that cable every single time. So, and you get to charge two controllers at the same time. So it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's light, but this is basically what it's gonna look like when it's sitting up there. Now, with the whole entire PlayStation Camera thing, let me move this out the way. This thing is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. It's got just a little bit of weight to it, but I'm actually going to unbox this thing right now because I want to see what it looks like. Okay. That's just a charging controller. And this is what the whole entire camera looks like. I thought it would be a hell of a lot bigger than this. I like to do size comparisons so that, people will actually know how big this thing is. It is really not that big. I have here some toothpaste. This is some toothpaste, and this thing just kind of gobbles up this controller. So it's about the size of a thing of toothpaste. It's not very thick. It's pretty light. It has one camera for the 3D depth perception and one that reads your depth perception directly in front of you. It also has speakers and a little thing to help adjust the sound. And when you sit, on this seat and another person sits on that seat, the screens actually flip whenever, someone is plugged into the other controller. So it's not bad. I mean, it's a lot smaller and lighter than the, Xbox One, that I actually posted a picture of when I was standing in front of it. I think they had some demos at Toys R Us, and that's where I went, when I actually found it. So that's basically the whole entire unboxing thing. It wasn't like gigantic or, I had to show everybody all this stuff. Let me pick up this damn thing, see what this thing is. I guess this is like some kind of stand or something to help, hold the controller up. I don't know. But that's pretty much it on the whole unboxing of both of the devices, that I had, for accessories. Moving on to actual fucking news. Albert Penello basically came out and tried to, tone down some of the rumors. He was prompted by NeoGAF and all these other people to, actually acknowledge what's going on with those screen resolution, because we all know he said he has no fucking clue because of the embargoes and shit, and he can't be told what the fuck is going on. So, in this basic article, Albert Penello recently took to NeoGAF to discuss the disparity between Xbox One's lacking resolution in multi-platform games compared to PlayStation 4. As noted by DualShockers, the developer of product and planning had this to say on the matter when goaded by NeoGAF residents for concessions of having weaker hardware, and what his stances on these issues were. He basically said, you were asked what the chances were. I'll be back. You're right. I should talk about it. But right now, still lots of info to come out. Once the dust settles and all the information is out there, I'll address my comments. Don't read into that. It wasn't mean to be a tease. I just want, I just mean we're so close to launch with reviews, games, etc. that there's still a lot of information coming out, and I wasn't intending to lead anything more than that. Basically, I can't say shit. If I say shit, it's gonna be horribly wrong. No one wants to fucking talk about Fight Club, which is smart. Don't even go to NeoGAF. If they keep goading you, shut the fuck up. It's so fucking easy. I'd rather have you not say shit than show up and be like, I don't know shit and I can't say shit even if I wanted to say shit. Just don't say shit. Just don't acknowledge it. It's a hell of a lot easier than coming out there and filling people's head up with all this fucking bullshit. Sit down, be quiet, wait about 2 more weeks, and then you can start talking about stuff when the embargo lifts and all this other good shit. But don't waste your time and waste our time by coming out and saying, I can't say shit. Wait. We were doing that anyway. Moving on to some quick PlayStation and Xbox news that I want to, quickly address. Basically, it's with the hard drive spaces. Because I've seen a lot of, videos and a lot of reviews and news articles addressing the actual hard space that we have to deal with these systems. Now, as we know, the PlayStation 4 has, a removable hard drive. There's a 500 gigs. The same thing with Xbox One. Xbox One will support, external hard drives after an update comes later on when no one knows when the fuck is going to happen. But you can't actually remove those hard drives, which I think is a little shitty because people have been removing hard drives with the Xboxes for quite some time. But, I mean, at least they're giving you that option. I think that, having 500 gigs in games that are literally 49 gigs, if not more, this is a problem. You can only fit about 10 games on these fucking consoles. 10 games. And that's not counting movies and other things that you actually want to download onto the actual system. But I mean, if it's more like, the online gameplay, the online shit where you get to, remove it and then you get to have it stored back there somewhere in a magical cloud. And when you feel like you can upload the game back onto the actual system, then that won't be so bad. But just saying that, 500 gigs is all you get, that's a fucking problem. So hopefully they allow us to store our stuff backwards and then you can just move movies forward. I went and picked up these systems. All these accessories because basically, I was trading a lot of shit. And Broken Games touched on this a little bit earlier. He basically came out, in his video this morning and was like, I'm trading all my shit. It's time to change. It's time to move forward. And for the most part, I actually agree with him. Because, I traded in, my Wii U, I traded in my Xbox 360, about to trade in my PlayStation 4 and all the rest of my games and accessories. I already paid off, my 3 PlayStation 4s and my Xbox Ones. I already traded those in already. Paid those off already. So, it's time to move forward. So if you got games, accessories, and shit you're not going to use, you're not going to go back and play these games anymore, it's time to let them go. Okay, give them to somebody else, trade them in, get some money, move it towards the next systems. Unless you're magically collecting like Call of Duty franchises and random stuff like that, then, it's about time to let it go because you're never going back. That's all the news I got for y'all today. Like and subscribe and I will bring y'all more news as it becomes available. I'll holler at y'all later. Fuck Sony and Microsoft. Them motherfuckers ain't shit. Get a Wii U. We got 32 gigabytes of storage. And our games are only 10 kilobytes. So you ain't got to worry about shit. You ain't got to worry about trading out our games. We got the only games worth any fucking money. Liquid gold.